Hi, this is Sam Schachter for thepurchasebrick.com. Today we have a great interview featuring Joe Matosky and Kevin Collymore. How are you guys?
We're good. How are you?
Good. Great.
So for the viewers, can you give a description of what you guys do here at the PSGA?
Yeah. A large part of my job is, I act as kind of a liaison between the students and the community and the college and the administration. And it's making sure the voice of the community is heard. It can often be lost in translation. So my main job is making sure that voice is kind of translated and heard.
My job, I'm the coordinator of clubs, orgs, and services. Basically, my job is I just oversee all clubs, all organizations, all services, make sure that they are in alliance with PSGA policy. This is really about it. Yeah, pretty much.
So you guys said a lot of big words that we at home probably didn't understand. So give us like a rundown. You wake up till when you go to sleep. What happens?
I wake up. I respond to about 75 to 1,005 emails. And then I make breakfast. And then I get yelled at all day. And then probably around 2 in the morning I answer another 75 to 1,005 emails before I go to sleep and wake up 3 hours later.
I wake up, I have probably like 50 messages unread. They're basically about, can we do this? What do you think about this program? Do you know the balance of my budget? What would I speak to about the balance of my budget? Things about, say, everything, like whatever Joe, I guess, works on, I guess some way I'm a part of that. So part of that yelling I get as well.
Student body knows that a lot of people have resigned in the past couple years, the past semester. Has things gotten better or have they gotten worse?
So, when I became president, there had already been 2 resignations and one shortly after. And we were in pretty bad shape. Nothing had been done that semester until November. Everything was just kind of sitting there building up, and there was nothing had moved forward. And we had lost a lot of respect from, I guess, from the community and from the college. And, there was kind of a lot of doubt on whether or not we could kind of keep it together. And I don't think it was just me or anything like that, but I think that around the time I came in, there was just more students interested in kind of getting involved, and I think we're definitely in much better shape.
Joe likes to talk about boners a lot, and you can either be doing something good and give him a boner, or you can be a boner. What kind of things within the PSGA give you boners, and who and what, kind of gets the boner down?
See, that's the interesting thing, is like boner is kind of a double-edged sword.
Mm-hmm.
Boner can be, someone can be doing the right thing and they can give me a boner, or they can be a boner themselves, and usually other boners don't give me boners. But I guess things that give me boners are competence. I love competence. I have such a boner for that.
Who are your political heroes, and you can't say Barack Obama?
That's fair, but I do want to mention the fact that Barack Obama and I won our presidential positions the same night.
Yeah, same night.
He won an hour before I did, and he called me to congratulate me 1 hour later. And that was very touching, that he kind of took the time to do that. Steve Stable called too, but it just wasn't the same as my call from Barack Obama. But that's avoiding the question. I guess my political hero would have to be Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah.
I mean, the man just kicked so much ass.
I kind of like Kennedy though, for some reason. I feel like Kennedy just that.
Well, I mean,
he just had the young swagger of
I mean,
of
saying Kennedy is it's all in a name. It's like saying Gucci or Burberry. It's just about the name at that point. It's not about the product. You know what you're getting. You're getting a Kennedy. But Teddy Roosevelt.
I like Teddy though.
Teddy Roosevelt took a bullet and then continued to give a speech before he had the bullet removed.
He's a bad mother.
Lodged into his chest.
Any politicians
I'm
that
gonna
you
say
really
this.
hate? What about?
I'm gonna say this. Kennedy didn't do that.
Recently, the Stewed almost got shut down, and it didn't shut down.
The college doesn't want to take over the student center. The college doesn't want to have any impact on how it's run. They're not really interested in managing it in any way or having people at the door to check the IDs. So they were interested in the initiative. I'd like to say that the meeting was like Kevin, myself, and Jay Alt in a room like smoking cigarettes in this very noir fashion, drinking whiskey. But that's exactly what happened. We negotiated it over cigarettes and whiskey.
Leave that out.
No, leave it in. The people have a right to know.
Is there anything else you want to get off your chest?
Yeah, I have a show on PTV. Can we do media service, plug in media service?
Why not?
Okay. So I have a new show on PTV called Fireside Chats with Your PSGA President, and it's Tuesdays at 9. I think it's 9. It might be 9:30. Check in on 9, and if you don't see me, come back at 9. Yeah, and you'll be able to call me and ask me questions. I'll have guests. And I'm actually working on the most epic intro I've ever made for a show, because it's finally for my own. And it's really offensive.
Oh, you guys have a picture of us that we can't get off the internet. The Flickr.com one. It's me and him the day after Obama called us to congratulate him.
Yeah.
We're sitting down, just like if I was sitting here, you're sitting here. And we both had our iPhones out. And it goes like, we're just like this. We were playing with our phones, but we were actually texting each other right next to each other.
I believe I still have that message on my phone too. I'm not going to pull it up. It's confidential.
So this has been another
Fucking
great
president.
episode of Purchase Talk from the purchasebrick.com. Stay tuned next week when we interview someone even more interesting than Joe Matowski. God.